What's going on, everybody? I am CaptainRoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell, the home of live interactive D&D on the internet.
You can hear them. The crowd is going wild.
Oh, man.
Dying for this very moment right now.
It's good to be back in the saddle again, man.
God, how long's it been for you?
Well, I just missed Wednesday.
So, Friday to Wednesday. Do you even still know how to do D&D anymore? I mean,
No,
shit.
bro. No idea how to do D&D. Completely lost on me now.
We're starting at square one. It's gonna be a rough one tonight.
You can always tell our first episodes in a season because I don't prep any of the artwork or any of the like actual frames. So it's always like just random shit thrown together, pull text out here. And I don't know how many squares we're gonna go to on this one because I'm gonna have to leave it for some guest spots because I foresee us having possibly a guest like every other show.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
At least.
Well, I guess we should probably reference the fact that the thing we're playing tonight is actually built for D&D for 2. So you can actually play with just 2 people, and then we can expand and contract how we want the story to go and how many people we want to bring into it. So the module itself, we can run on our own, but that's, I mean, half the fun is bringing our friends in it.
Yeah, it's designed for 1 party member to, I think, 4 or 5. So that's pretty cool. I have never run Icespire. This is the one that came out in this fall.
Yeah.
So, like all modules, I have a loose idea of what we're gonna do, and then you'll end up with game of saving throws on Friday night, and you know that's as all campaigns should deviate heavily from wherever the module ever started. This is just a good blueprint for us to start.
Because really, playing Storm King's Thunder, how close have we got to the actual storyline of Storm King's Thunder?
I've done a horrible job giving you any reason to care about the storyline in it. The whole storyline is Yancey Bin is a bitch, and he's meddling, and he's messed with us, and he's got to go down. Oh, yeah. There's this whole plot about the Giants ordering and whatnot. That stirred up a lot of shit, but really, it's Yancey Bin trying to capitalize it that has you guys pissed off.
Well, it does now because he's become such a dick.
And the Short Nord loves it because this campaign is completely different. He's running it at the same time right now. He's like 2 sentences, Rob. He's in there for 2 sentences, and he's your entire campaign. I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
Sometimes you find a riff that works with a crew, and you just go with it.
I really liked him. When I read it, I was like, this guy's fucking awful. I really want to use this guy. And I made him do awful shit.
What is with you and finding these dirtbag characters?
I love them. Dirtbag characters and weird Southern NPCs. It's what I'm always going to be known for. Everyone just gets to meet all the weird, eccentric Southerners that I've met over time. See, they lump them all together, but I all know these freaks and weirdos as individual people with very, very odd ticks.
Comes with serving them drinks for the last 20 years.
Yep, it does come with time. So we should probably tell the wonderful folks what we're doing. This is going to be under the Saved by the Spell wing, which all the high fantasy shows are. But what makes this campaign a little bit different is we're actually going to be doing our first spin-off that we've ever done before. This is like our Better Call Saul of Game of Saving Throws. This is going to be Tormund's Quest, episode number 1. So we're actually going to dive deep and go back into the past and start to flesh out the story of Hister's family, in particular, the story of Tormund coming of age. And if you've been watching Game of Saving Throws, you'll know that, we don't really know the fate of Tormund at the moment. We've seen an astral projection of Tormund that seems to be under the control, as well as a pretty damning totem that Dominus has right now. But that's all we know. That's all we know. So this is going to flesh out a little bit of that history and let us play in Radio's universe. So he's created this awesome, badass backstory that I continually swap out wrong colors of dragons and names of what they do.
I finally sent him a primer of the basics today, so I think he's finally got it. We'll see. As we play along tonight, we'll see how he gets it right.
I mean, with these episodes being powered by Voodoo Ranger, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Voodoo Ranger, and thanks to Roll20, giving us this awesome platform where I can hear the music and I can see what's going on the board, even though I'm half a country away from you.
Beautiful segue.
It's like I've done plugs before.
Yeah. While we're plugging, thank you, D&D Beyond. You're amazing, because where else could I make a character in 15 minutes before I start a campaign to do probably 60 fucking plus episodes on? Let's just throw that together in 8 minutes before. But really, it's amazing. Could not create this show's content without it. We appreciate your insider access. Thank you so much. If you guys don't know, it is the link that we always drop in here with exclamation D&D. It gives you a good basis of what the heck D&D is. And it'll take you to the wonderful, wonderful essentials. And you guys can start building characters today.
Which is a shit ton of fun. That's how this all started. The Family Faust literally began off me building random characters in that platform.
Just logged in one day and there was about 8 other people in the campaign. And the worst part was he didn't match the actual color of the dragons to the pictures he picked out. That's how we ended up with a different colored Dominus in one of the random episodes.
So you're blaming me already out of the gate. It's my fault.
It was your fault on that one. It's not my fault that I didn't read the sheet when it had a picture of a red dragonborn.
Rob, the invader's coming. Go to the center. Go straight to the center.
Beautiful.
It was a callback from last night.
Beautiful. Yes, I met my demise quickly.
I thought he was somewhere else.
RadioMang sent me to my death in Destiny 2, and I'll never forgive him for it.
Nope. I'm gonna hear about it till the day I die. I'll be breathing my last breath, and he'll lean over and go, "You remember the time you killed me in Gambit? Fuck you."
Yes. So, just a side note, cards are active for tonight on our stream loots as they normally are. Excuse me, I'm gonna have that frog in my throat all night from the holidays. There will be some modifications that will go on for some of the more powerful cards. More than likely, I think I can just turn them off when we play this game, because we're going to be coming in at 3rd level. So there's some things that we're just not going to have access to yet. But tonight, it's no holds barred. We don't have time to adjust. We'll get there eventually. But yeah. Like, when you can't even attack twice yet. We're going to be starting out tonight with a 3rd level campaign. I like starting at level 3 when you're going to start low, because it still identifies your class. I just hate starting at 1. It's like, if I start at 1, I'm like, can we just get there where I can pick? Level 1 is like it's like the start menu for an RPG. Magic type item I. If you get it, go for it.
What is this thing I've never seen before? Oh my god, it changed the whole game.
Don't put your finger in that, Tormund. Don't put your finger in that.
You can't tell me what to do.
Oh, beautiful. By the way, do you have any announcements, Radio, before we get going?
No, same old song and dance, dude. it's the Destiny life for me. Coming up on Tuesday, another feature happening at 9 o'clock Pacific. Gonna hang out and enjoy Destiny Tuesday for reset. And we'll do what we always do. Pew pew the bad guys.
When is your feature on Tuesday?
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Pacific.
Ooh, is that New Year's?
Probably. Not like it matters.
Well, I mean, it matters if you have like New Year's plans, I guess.
Dude, my New Year's plans this year are the same New Year's plans I had last year. I will probably do a New Year's celebration in every time zone, starting when I go live.
Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if I have a feature for Tuesday or not. Yeah, it is actually New Year's Eve. But yeah, I'll probably be playing Destiny with you at some point in time on that Tuesday. Getting back to normality, I should have our new giveaways up here after I do my work on Sunday. Other than that, so and turn 35 in 30 minutes, so that's gonna be cool.
Oh my God, are we going to celebrate your birthday on this shot tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate my 35th birthday while we play D&D. So how about that?
Well, then here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna finish announcements. I'm gonna grab a beverage because I didn't know we were gonna have a toast. Because we have to have a toast at the strike of midnight for your birthday.
I just assume you always have these things. I mean, 35 is my written age. I could be 3,500 years old in D&D terms. You never know. What did you think? How old did you think I am? How old did you think I was, Peak? Some people guess way off. early 30s would have been your guess. Late 30s. No, man, I just have long hair and a beard, man. You've seen those baby face pictures of me shaved. Yeah, the one that gets you is how young Mudcat is. Mudcat's the one that'll fool you by how young he is.
All right, I had to pull out something very special from the cellar. Night Bloom Imperial Stout, bourbon barrel aged for 2 years and conditioned on vanilla, hazelnuts, and coffee. 12% gamer score. I'll set that right there. It's wax topped. Only the best for you, my friend.
Can you please send me a sip through the internet? Oh. Man. Also, we will do at the very beginning of this, I do want to dedicate this episode tonight to my cousin Sandy. She passed away a few hours ago to cancer. This was her last Christmas. Sandy, I will always remember you for your full of piss and vinegar, and I will definitely be posting the video of our first white elephant Christmas where she gave me the the package of genital wash in front of the rest of the family. So it is a classic video of of white elephant gifts. When I find that full video, I will be posting for everyone. They will get a piece of my cousin Sandy's personality, but she was something else. She was a wonderful person, a nurse, a mom, and a great family member and friend of mine. So cheers, Sandy. All right. Appreciate all the love, guys. Thank you. I told you it was shitmas, man.
You weren't shitting, dude.
Told you, man. I was like, my whole family has cancer. It's ridiculous.
Get you out of that fucking town.
Oh. So, we're going to go back to a familiar place. If you've been watching Game of Saving Throws in this wonderful time slot, you will know of a land called Gamecaster Citadel. And this is actually the first time we've actually name dropped it because we didn't name it last time.
Truth.
We're traveling back to the city that goes to the sky. Very, very similar to the background that RadioMang has on stream right now. Imagine tall, sharp angles of steel that jut from the ground and continue to go up and up through the cloud lines all the way up to the sky to where it almost seems like it never ends. It's a city that is built entirely vertical out of steel and hardened material, a home for these dragonborn clans, situated somewhere near the plane of air. It just happens to have its foot still somewhat attached to the ground. We've been in the lower levels before where we've seen Hister's property. Radio, if you want to describe a little bit, maybe what it looks like on the outside as we kind of like slow pan into the front.
It's a small kind of modest space that's built into just a towering spire. It's the first door by a spiraling staircase that travels what looks like a football field around this gigantic wide base, and it's weathered red brick, but you really can't tell that the brick is red. It's moisture has dripped down on the bricks and has become very, very moss covered, almost lichens. There's greens and blues and whites. The door is sturdy, strong, hard cut oak planks with large iron bars across them that hold it together at the hinge. There's a simple window by the door to see out, but you really can't tell much by looking at the outside what's happening inside.
So as we come up to this front door, slide past it, we're gonna have a very, very frantic Hister Faust in dad mode before work, before a very, very big day, currently prepping breakfast inside the Faust family household by himself.
Damn it, where the hell is that bacon? How many times have I told? God damn, Tormund! What did you do with the bacon? How am I supposed to cook you guys breakfast? Eve! Did you get those eggs? Not even gonna ask where Fortuna is. I'm gonna just do whatever I got here. Oh, yeah, that venison honk. We'll take that. Grabs almost half-dried haunch that's hanging by a hook on the wall and throws it onto a pan so that you only get actually the haunch in the pan. The leg is somewhat draped over the side of the stove and touching the firebox, and just you can smell this singeing of meat and burnt hair as he's just trying to get all this shit together. Fumbling around in the kitchen, he finds some potatoes, opens the firebox, moves the leg to the side, throws them in there, closes the firebox up, and frantically is trying to get this venison haunch to cook up as fast as he can. You guys don't come down and eat this when it's done. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm on a time schedule. Things gotta get done. Tormund, where the hell is that bacon? Still no answers. Is frantically running around the kitchen trying to find what else he can cook for these children. Children being a loose word. A lot of these are well-grown dragonborns at this point.
As Hister is fumbling about within the kitchen, you can see a much older black-scaled dragonborn, small set spectacles up on his eyes, round in nature, but still wearing a heavy set of leather armor mixed with chainmail, very much like that classic Witcher style armor, set with both of his hands pulling down on the collar set of the armor. Just a small grin coming across his face. You can see the grayed mane. I guess on a dragonborn, do we have, instead of just like, you know, the beard graying up, is it like the scales turn a little bit gray and unweathered? You can see like any of the facial features and eyebrows. You can see it's well worn. A man who's seen some shit and been around the block more than a few times, sitting at the table watching Hister lose his mind, try to play single dad. I won't try. It does make me very happy, Hister, to see you struggle at something.
Oh, don't start with me, Dirakt. When Ciara was alive, this shit was much easier, because I could go to the goddamn tavern and I didn't have to worry about these little fuckers.
It's true. You've had to learn to finally become a family man. Maybe your greatest challenge.
What do you think I was doing fighting? Providing for my family. Thank you very much.
Fighting, fucking, fighting. It's a vicious cycle.
Now you're starting to sound like Tormund. Don't even start with me right now. That boy, I swear to God, if he brings home another fucking random girl,
he takes after his daddy.
When we did it on the battlefield. You know that. I didn't bring anybody home. Well, okay. Hold on. There was that one time that, we won't discuss that. God damn it. Will this thing hurry up and cook? Tormund, get your ass down here. Where is that bacon?
Tormund, get your ass down here. About that time, a disheveled first day of junior high. Hell, we'll make him a freshman. We don't want to have him. That junior high gives too much confidence when you're the eighth grader running around. Go ahead and describe Tormund as he stumbles into the main room.
Tormund, also Gold Dragonborn, is somewhat he's rotund. You can't tell exactly where the muscles begin and the fat ends, or the fat ends and the muscles begin. He's barrel-chested, barrel-armed, walks around. It looks like a damn fire plug. He is straight up and down as wide as he can be. Just burly, very young looking, doesn't look like he's seen a lot of heavy fighting, no scars, beautiful golden scales, not really wearing armor, looks light, leather plate, not a lot of protection, but he looks like he wants to start some shit because he's got the confidence.
Tormund, come here.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Tormund, stick out your hand.
Why, Dirakt?
Mister, have you seen this?
What? What am I looking at? Boy, do what he says.
He's starting to look like his mother. Look at these smooth scales. Have you been moisturizing, boy? I hit him in the back.
Leave me alone. God.
It's time that we get this boy some time in the field. Yes, sir.
Wait, hold on. What are you suggesting?
Can't be a baby and suck off of your teat and eat your bacon forever.
Wait, Dirakt, are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting? Can I go adventuring, Dad? Really? Go adventuring? That's how you put it? Well, I mean, it's an option, right? It's what you do. You leave the house, you go out and fight and do all that random shit. Well, first of all, I don't like your language, but I do it for coin, and I do it to provide for this house. Whatever. I want to go. I'm tired of sitting around the house.
Look at him. You've created such a husky boy. It's time he work off some of that dragon fat. And kick him a little bit in the hind quarter.
Hey. I'm not fat. I'm just big bone, all right? I can't help it if I like to eat and I like to cook.
Well, we can all see that.
Well, if you like to cook so much, where the hell did you put the bacon? Well, if you really must know, Dad, I was hungry last night. I ate the bacon. Well, good for you, because guess what? You're not getting it for fucking breakfast this morning.
God!
I'm leaving.
God damn it, boy! Do we not have any more bacon?
Well, I figured you'd go to the store before you fucking left. All right, first of all, quit talking like that. And you knew I didn't have time. So don't start with me. You're gonna eat what's on this haunch, because I have to go. Dirakt, you know what? You're right. Why don't you take him? Take him out there and show him what it takes to put bread on this table. Show him what it takes while I go out and do it.
It's like music to my ears.
So I get to go? You want to go? Go. You know what? There's a great axe in the hall that's been hanging on the wall since, I don't know, Dirakt probably fucking put it there.
It's indeed has been in the hall for quite some time.
Why don't you go, put an edge on that, and go take it with him and kill something for some money and bring it back here. And then I'll tell you what, I'll go buy some more bacon with it. Because it's about time for me to get the hell out of here, because I've got things to do. Dirakt, you got this, boy.
I look over at Tormund. I guess this means that we're not having bacon before we leave, Tormund.
Well, you know, if it does help, the bacon was really good last night. I enjoyed it, thank you.
I should slap the taste out of your mouth, Tormund.
Well, Dad's venison shank should be just as good.
Come, Tormund, come here. Sit down with your Uncle Dirakt for a second. We need to talk about this.
As he does, you can hear the wooden stool next to Dirakt creak as he sits down. It almost groans, and you, for a second, think that it might splinter and break underneath him.
Good God, boy.
What? It's all this armor. It'll be even better when I have an axe.
I could begin to give you the speech that every boy needs to know about being a man, but I'm not going to give that to you yet. You're going to have to earn that speech. Now, your daddy, he does his best. But what your daddy doesn't know is the finer points of adventuring. What we're gonna get into, if you choose to do it, plays for keeps. You've seen your daddy come home a lot. But where we're about to go, plenty of people don't ever come home.
Hister spins around from his cooking of breakfast for a second, leans over. Listen, don't let this old codger fool you. Keep your head about you. You'll be fine. If you get into any shit, do what you always do. Just fucking run home.
God damn it, Hister. You need to tell this boy what the real world is like.
The real world will kill you.
He needs to go up there and hug his sisters and tell them goodbye before he goes. And I won't take him anywhere until he goddamn does it. That's non-fucking negotiable.
Tormund's kind of looking almost slightly intimidated at this point. He looks at his dad for comfort. Hister just looks over at him and goes, "You heard him. Go kiss him goodbye. You could be dead next time."
Go on, boy.
Tormund steps up from the stool, a little shaken, but also excited at the same time. And he calmly but quickly saunters in the next room to see his sisters.
I begin to peel my old ass up out of the chair and begin to pilfer through my pack. There it is. I knew I had some of this. As I open up the equivalent of some Dragonborn spam. See? This is what I've always told you, Hister. Why I carry this shit around with me, even into the battlefield. It comes in handy. When you're out of bacon, what else can a man do other than eat this delicious concoction that is known as spam?
Hister looks down at him for a second, grabs his arm. Direct, do me a favor. Don't let the boy die out there. And I got some rendered venison fat in this pan. You want me to fry it up in there?
That's the smartest thing that you've said all this morning.
All right, I'm gonna cook this up. You take care of the boy, and I'm leaving.
I'll take care of the boy. You know that. It's my promise.
Well, I mean, look at me. You took care of me along with Dad, and here I am, still alive and kicking and providing for 3 wonderful children. And 1 bad one, I guess. Hister turns and flips out the venison haunch and just hand cuts the spam right over the pan and flops it into it and fries it up real good.
As you're just finishing up filling that skillet, I make sure to come back behind you and put a hand on your shoulder. I promise that I will take care of Tormund. And God's willing, with the protection of the celestial phoenix, I'll make sure he comes home. But I just want to make sure that you know that this will leave a void in the household. With several of us gone, remember, someone's going to have to take the reins here. And I know you had a lot on your plate now that Ciara's not here. Don't be afraid to ask for help. The rest of your children will need a rock when you're in the field.
Oh, thank you, Direct. Luckily, Eve's got a little bit of her old man in her. She'll take care of herself. She'll take care of Fortuna. She'll take care of the house. It's in her blood. She wants to protect and provide. It's the goddamn paladin in her that I hate and love all at the same time.
Yeah.
But I need you to do what you did for me, for Tormund, because if I fail in finding Dominus, he's going to want to take him on. And if I fail, God help us all.
Let's not think about getting to that step just yet. There's still hope for Dominus. That boy is certainly not ready to deal with it. We will get there, though. You'll combat that as a family. But I trust you. I trust you, boy. And
Thank you, Dirakt.
I give you a couple of pats on your back, but the last one's super condescending because I cast guidance, because I can tell that you haven't flipped the spam over just in time.
You old son of a bitch.
Don't burn the spam, Hister. Just don't burn the spam. As my old ass goes walking down in the hallway to go take a leak. If there's anything that you would like to roleplay with Tormund before we kind of flash back into post dinner and farewell.
Tormund is sitting in his room after talking with his sisters, just looking around. It's a mixture of what you would normally see in someone leaving their childhood behind and kind of moving on to adulthood. It's old broken toys that haven't been touched in months. It's other interests. Would say, it's the equivalent of what car magazines are. He's got flint and half sharpened blades just kind of sitting around, and weights on the floor where he's trying to bulk up a little bit.
Field and Stream, Flint and Steel.
Yep.
There's a crumpled up, dirty dragon porn smut over in the corner.
After what Dirakt said about possibly not coming home again, he's just kind of taking it all in. Cocky, confident, but just slightly observant. And he sees the empty, half-broken bed from the room he used to share with Dominus. It was Dominus's bed. He looks at it and scowls. The bed has been beaten. It's not quite broken to the ground yet. He just walks over to it and smashes it with his foot. Just one crushing blow right in the center. Just bam! Wood splinters, bed hits the ground, frame collapses, just ruins on the floor. Steps out of it and nods his head, walks out of his room. And as he walks out of his room, there's the axe hanging on the wall. Lifts it, heavier than he thought. Holds it in his hands. And then tucks it behind him. Heads towards the kitchen for dinner, breakfast, whatever. He's hungry. He's always hungry.
After a nourishing meal of spam that I need you to roll a survival check on, you get to add 1d4.
Histers or Tormund's?
Histers, you're cooking the spam.
Hold on.
You're the one cooking the spam.
Hold on. All right. Hister survival. Said plus a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. I'll use Hister's dice for it. That is going to be 19.
Spam's not burnt, bro. Just a real crispy side.
Yeah. It's perfect. You need that crispy side. That's that crunch. That crunch factor.
It's true. I'll give it to you, Hister. Some damn fine spam.
Well, you know, I've always had a knack in the kitchen. It's one of the things that Ciara always liked about me. Of course, she did like it better when it was bacon. As he looks at Tormund.
That's right, boy. If you steal my bacon on the road, there'll be more than words. We're about to share a lot of things, woman. It's gonna be good for you.
I think I'm ready. I want to do you proud, Dirakt. You too, Dad. I'm gonna do you both proud. I'm gonna show you what I can provide.
All right, Beefalo.
You talking to me?
Tormund. He eats any more bacon, he'll be twice your size, sister.
Well, I mean, little barbarian like him needs all that extra rage on him.
He is a growing boy, no doubt about it.
You want to see a growing boy? Yeah, you should have seen this. Well, never mind. The sisters are here. Dinner table's not a place to talk about that. Sorry, Dad.
Mister, I extend my hand out and I set a small stone carved with runic symbols on the counter. I'm sorry that I don't have a full pair, but I'll be able to send messages back out. I'll keep you updated on our journeys, as I will be taking him through the plane shift. It's time that he gets his feet wet in the real world.
You gotta be careful out there, Tormund. He wasn't fucking around. You slip up, you get cocky, you're gonna get hurt. But listen to Dirakt, do what he tells you. You get some good experience. I will, Dad. I will. I learned from you. I've watched what you've done. I'm gonna prove myself to you. You'll see. You'll see.
I plan to take the boy to Phandalin. It's a town that's always been good for getting your feet wet. Usually plenty of work. Well suited for someone with full of piss and vinegar.
Didn't you and Dad take me there one time? Nah, never mind. I must be misremembering something. Well, you have my blessing. Take the boy, keep him safe. Tormund, listen. And don't die. Why you gotta be so dramatic? God, I'll be fine. How many have...
See, Tormund, your uncle here's died once on the battlefield, and I don't intend asking the Phoenix to bring me back a second time. Come on. Let's go.
Tormund heaves himself up. Axe almost slips out of his pack. He catches it and readjusts it, just folds and dragon scales and armor. It just looks like a clamoring mess. He pulls himself together and gets in line.
I grab him by the stop, and I grab him by the collar, and I lean over and give him a real good eye to eye. Now, boy, did you do what I told you to do and talk to your siblings?
Yes, I talked to both, Eve and Fortuna. Thank you. They're fine.
That's a 27 on my insight. Do you look anxious when I ask you? Do you avert your gaze? Or do you confidently relay that message back to me?
He is looking at you in the eye and then kind of looks away because he knows all he did was go into the room where they were in and kiss them on the forehead and say he loves them, and that was it. There was no goodbye. There was just love you, love you. And then he went into his room to pack his shit.
It's just enough to where Dirakt doesn't scold you, but he stares that extra long 5 seconds afterward like, I know, boy.
What? Come on, let's go. Come on, we're burning daylight.
Just what do you know about daylight? Come on.
No.
Have you ever even plane shifted yet?
No.
Well, here's to changing your britches whenever we get there.
What do you mean changing my britches? I'm not gonna crap myself while I'm walking.
Well, we'll see about that. Everybody craps themselves the first time they plane shift.
What is it? You make it sound like it's gonna be this big thing. We just step in and step out, and we're in a new plane, right?
I've seen plenty of men stronger, braver than you step into that portal, confident, strong-willed. And when they get there, they're corn-cobbing to the tree line as quick as they can, like a march of penguins.
Hister stiffens his back and pats himself on the, Tormund stiffens his back, pats himself on the belly and goes, well, lucky for me, I've got the blood of Hister Faust in me, so I'll be fine. I mean, he didn't do that the first time he planeswalked. He told me that.
Yeah. It's time that you understand that your daddy is also full of shit. Come on. We got a lot of steps to make. And at that same time, I take off my my secondary adventurers pack and I throw it up over your shoulders. So I'm just walking with my staff at this point.
Nice.
Yeah, this will be some good experience for you to start working some of that bacon off as I weight you down like you're an ox.
Thanks for making me your pack mule.
You're very welcome. As it takes the better part about 35-40 minutes as we keep going up winding spiral staircases. About halfway through, Tormund, you begin to get the picture that he's taken the long way. Taking several moments to stare out into the expanse of the clouds, specifically once we've gotten high enough where it almost looks like there's a whole second layer of soil, but it's just all velvet cloud. Like you could almost just go out there and walk out on it. Maybe soil it. Take a number 1, take a number 2. Maybe conjure an air elemental of evil.
Are we taking the long way? What did you put in these packs? What do you do up here? I mean, how high are we?
High enough, boy.
You said we were gonna planeswalk. I thought it was gonna be on the ground. How high do we have to go?
Up to the top. Tell me, when was the last time that you went up to the top of Grandcastle Citadel?
Does it look like I do a lot of stairs? I've never been to the top. In fact, except for that one time I was being chased. I guess the size I've been.
I'm glad we took the long way. The elevator would have made you soft. Come on now, Tormund.
Wait, there's an elevator?
Come on, boy.
Okay. Ugh. Spam. I'm coming.
After another 35, 40 minutes, we make our way all the way to the top.
HBD.
Thank you. As we enter a room, it's almost like an airy, where it's open on all sides. The wind is whipping through. It comes to a point, in a tower where there's just columns that surround, and it's open air as it whips through. You can see a heavy set of runes are carved into the floor, where it's very much this almost translucent look of red and swirling colors, very much like a lava lamp kind of action going on inside this. And as we first enter in, you can feel that magical presence almost sit like a weight on your chest. First time plane shifting. To be a young man on his first adventure.
Is it just me, or did these packs get heavier?
It's not the packs, boy. And you feel that it's the magic that's sewn every bit of fabric of this land together. This is the power that we hold. You imagine a time where we could not trade between planes. We had to live on the rocks that we were born on. Subjugated to only the natural resources where we were birthed. Like lizards drawn from a cave. This is the way, Tormund. We are about to visit a whole new plane of existence. Far, far from Grandcastle. We are headed to the Forgotten Realms. It's time to take you to Phandalin. I begin to put my hands up in the air and move it ever so slightly, and you can see the room begin to shift on its side as it begins to spin, and the runes light up a fiery red and black as it ignites into the room. You can see a translucent portal pick up from the center circle within the room. Come, Tormund. It's time to start your journey. As I motion back to you, I take my staff and walk headfirst into the portal.
Tormund watches it happen. And he thinks about Corncobbin a little, watching Dirakt just disappear into the portal in front of him. It stiffens his spine. I can do this. Heads down, steps through after him.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
Your DC is an 18.
Oh, I'm so fucked on this. Disadvantage. Let's see. All right. That's a 4 plus 3. That will be a fail.
Oh, you rapidly shit your pants. Jesus, you're under a 10. As we materialize into a field, partially cut winter wheat, blowing in the wind, forest on either side of us. That portal shimmers shut as you can smell the fresh, clean air on this plane, but also something that is very unclean. As I turn and I look back as you step through the portal, I
Tormund
told
just
you,
has
boy.
this look of shock and shame on his face.
Go over there, that tree line. Go do your business.
I've already done it. I've already done it. I've already done it.
I grab a chunk of the that winter wheat that's uncut. And I throw it over to you.
Tormund, not even changing the expression on his face, just grabs the winter wheat and just bottle brushes in the back of his fucking pants and throws it aside, reaches over, not even changing his expression or looking down, grabs another handful and just fucking goes at it again. I was not expecting that at all. No
one ever is, Tormund. No one ever is. No one is truly ready for their first plane shift.
I need a drink.
I snap my fingers and I cast Prestidigitation and take care of what you couldn't take care of with your winter wheat brush. Now, let's see just how much history your daddy has taught you. The city of Phandalin. Does it ring a bell?
Absolutely not.
I don't know why I bothered to ask, like your daddy's had any time to sit down and play teacher.
Hey, I've learned enough from him. I know how to swing this axe. He grabs the axe, holds it with both of his hands, and
Boy,
pulls his shoulder up.
fighting, fucking, and eating is only going to get you so far in this life. You're going to have to learn some more subtle skills. After I'm done with you, you might just know a little bit more about history and a little bit more about the way of this world.
I get it. Old Dragonborn, been there. Okay. Go ahead. Lead the way. Teach me.
You see, Tormund, look up past these trees. You see these rocky foothills, snow-capped. These are the Sword Mountains. We're nestled in a small mining town here. It's a small village called Phandalin, not far from here. Small stone buildings, some built from log, handful of shops and houses, a small community where many of adventure started just like you. The people here are quiet, hard-working folk. They've come from a lot of distant cities to try to seek out a life here within the wilderness. They're strong-willed. They're farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and even a few snot-nosed children like you. It's a simple town. It's got no walls or garrison like Grandcaster. If a threat comes to their door, people of Phandalin will have to face it head on. They don't have that kind of assurance. You're gonna see people with weapons here on their hip because they need them. But that's not to say that we're not welcome here. They enjoy visitors as much as anyone else. And much like a lot of places in the world, if you have coin to spend, most of the time they have news to share. The one place that I do know, and I know well, is the Stonehill Inn, smack dab in the center of town. Like you're craving right now, it offers modest meals and questionable lodging. We should head there first, woman. See if we can't find some sort of posting there. Job board. Maybe even just put our nose to the wind and see what we can get.
So, Dirakt, this is how you and my dad and Grandpa started all your adventures?
No, boy, this is not how any of us started our adventures. I don't know if your daddy's even been to Phandalin. I'm sure he's been in and around plenty of places in the Forgotten Realms. Everyone's adventuring is different, Tormund. I've chosen to bring you here because I have been here. And I have worked this very same job board that existed a long, long time ago. This is my experience. Far, far long ago before I ever met your daddy. This will be your experience. Your quest. Your journey.
Well, let's get to it then. Dirakt, take me to the Stonehill Inn. And let's check out this job board. I want to see what I can find.
Hopefully it's still there. As we begin the long trek in past the tree line and through the fields. We begin to find a small trail. One that begins to curve and lead and take us down into the nestled valley where we can begin to see most of the log buildings inside this small valley town of Phandalin. And I don't know what you have pulled up over on your side, Radio, but if you see the stream side, you can actually see where we're at over here on the Miners Trail.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I don't have any of that on my screen. I'm just gonna go off this one.
Now, if I remember, the old stone hill is gonna be smack dab in the middle of town. You see that? There's a small opening, almost like a dirt courtyard. Can you see it? Can you see it down there, Hister?
Tormund, but I'm glad you think I'm my dad.
God, it probably won't be the first nor the last time I call you by your daddy's name. It's just the nature of habit. Yeah, you see that down there? If we head down that way, the inn is off to the right. Let's get going because I've worked up quite the thirst as well.
I still need a drink to shake exactly what that whole plane shifting thing was about. I might have to find a bathroom again.
It's pretty common to have the bubble guts, boy.
Oh, good. So the urge to throw up and shit my armor again is natural. Good. I'm glad. I'm learning something about this adventuring thing. There's a lot of me wanting to shit myself, but I'll try and control that.
If there's anything I know, 90% of adventuring is literally just shitting yourself on the side of a road somewhere. Sometimes not in a road, sometimes in a cloud, sometimes in a bog, sometimes off the side of a mountain that's just erupted into lava. I'd say I've probably shit myself more places around this country than I have ever kissed a woman, and you have to accept that fate. This is the fate of an adventurer.
It was a whole lot more glamorous when you, Dad, and Grandpa used to tell stories about the things you'd do around the fire at night.
Well, everyone will always tell you about the conquests of what they've won. They're not going to tell you how they got no sleep the night before the battle as they shit themselves in a trench with their 7 other buddies that also were shitting themselves.
Got it. Lots of shit. Let's find this.
I've gone on a tangent for too long. We need to.
Let's find the Stonehill Inn. I think that's the best course of action for us.
All right, boy, let's go. As we begin to make our way down the trail, you can begin to hear the hustle and bustle of a lively trading town. You can hear the livestock, the bells of cattle, chickens running amok. Was that a Cadbury bunny? I think I hear a Wapatinger. It must be a Wapatinger. That just makes me even more furious that we didn't have eggs this morning.
I totally blame Eva on that one. I might have eaten the bacon, but she did not go to the market yesterday.
This is true. As we pass through the livestock, I need you to roll a perception check for Tormund.
All right. Oh, shit. Come back here. There we go. See, what's our perception? What? It's a nat 1.
Nat 1?
Kind of dumb.
God, that's great. Just classic deer in headlights, walking through his first town. You don't even notice how it's like Shaquille O'Neal walking through the streets of Tokyo.
I was gonna ask what the size difference was.
Oh, you're fucking huge, man. You're a hulking giant gold dragonborn. Like, you are like, you know, like, they think that, like, from the outside, you would be like, you know, the prince who's been chosen. Like, you look like this massive hulk of a man. You don't truly know your size to the rest of the world yet. You spent so much time with other dragonborn that you don't have a sense of, like, that you're just a huge individual. And while they've seen other dragonborn, it's not like they see one every day. Not to mention a gold one with a black one. And you got to remember, in the Forgotten Realms, they still very much associate colors with alignment. So it's interesting for them to see a black dragonborn with a gold dragonborn. It's offsetting for them just ever so slightly, but not enough for them to cause a scene. And it takes us the better part of 10-15 minutes to crest up. Go ahead and continue before I cut you off there.
I was still laughing at how fucking oblivious he is walking into this town. It's truly a tale of the dice telling the story.
Beautiful. As we walk up into that square where there's just massive amounts of carts of goods, you can smell the fresh produce. You can look up and we see this 2-story roadhouse that just screams late night shit show. It's got that awesome southern front porch balcony. It's as if Sam Elliott could be sitting up in the front, one leg crossed over, just ready to greet you in. It's been weathered, very much frontier style, some sort of mix of Wild West and high fantasy fill out this front of the Stonehill Inn. It's about as how I remember it when I left it.
This place looks awesome.
Come on, boy. Let's go get ourselves a drink.
Is it can I just order an ale in here, or is there something else I need to be asking for?
Remember, boy, it's always best to do the polite thing and drink the local ale first. You can switch second, but it goes a long way to show a little bit of dignity to the local proprietors.
All right. Got it. Local ale first. Got it. Okay. Got it. Let's go.
Always be drinking local if you can. As we step in, it's like that classic shitty 90s steakhouse that lets you put peanuts on the floor.
Oh yeah.
For no other reason. Very much the Brangus vibe. It's dark on the inside, but you can smell seared meat in particularly. Just that salt and cracked pepper is strong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the smell of glory right there, Dirakt. Oh, we gotta get some. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, and I need a local ale. Hey, someone needs to get me a local ale, and I need some of whatever that amazing smell is.
I grab him over on the shoulder. Lesson 1. Tormund, don't be that guy.
What guy?
That guy. Come here as you've gathered and gotten several eye rolls and the attention of other people sitting at the tables. For God's sake, boy, let me introduce you. This is how you order, and I can't even believe your daddy's never taught you how to order in a bar. This, my fine sir, is obviously the proprietor of this establishment. As I lead you up to the bar, there's a rather short, friendly-looking man, male pattern baldness, full apron on in the front, one-up style mustache. Well, go ahead, boy. Introduce yourself.
Hello, sir. I am Tormund Faust, traveling here with family friend Dirakt, and we've come here for employment and beverages and whatever that fantastic smelling meat is.
Oh, it's adorable. You're taking him adventuring for the first time, aren't you, Dragonborn?
What makes you think this is my first time?
It's adorable. It's like he's got his little calling card here. Oh, I can't. Oh, well, my name is Toblin, and the good news is I don't give a shite what you're doing, but I do have some good ale here for you.
Local ale, please. Yes, thank you.
That we do. I can see that is it your daddy, your uncle, your?
We'll call him Uncle Dirakt. Uncle Dirakt works.
Uncle, yes. Well, if you're gonna start with the ale, then we're also gonna have to do a whole round of this rib tip stew that we got brewing back here.
Is that what that wonderful smell of peppered meat with salt and is that oregano?
That's right. 2 bowls. Lucien, 2 bowls. Now, let me draw you up a couple of ales here. As Toblin begins pouring, I need you to roll a d6.
All right. It's going to be 4.
As he begins topping off, just going into the second beer, he begins talking with a couple of the customers that are sitting up at the bar. Oh yeah, Dan. Yeah, Falcon's Hunting Lodge there. It's the only safe haven in Neverwinter Wood. It lies deep in the forest along the river's edge, you know, where the wealthy little nobles, they venture to hunt. All while under the Falcon's protection. You know, the old retired veteran of many wars. He said he'll offer a free room and board to anyone who brings him a bottle of wine.
Tormund nudges Dirakt. Hey, hear that? We get free room and board if we bring somebody a bottle of wine named the Falcon.
Yeah. I don't know when we'll be going. He said hunting lodge, right? He said at the hunting lodge, right?
Yeah.
Boy, you need to write that down. That's hell, that's free information. We didn't even have to pay for that, boy.
Tormund's literally looking for something he can write on.
Jesus, boy, have you ever even wrote before? Did he teach you how to write?
I know how to write. I didn't think I was going to be writing anything. I thought I was going to be swinging my axe into something. Oh, I also need to get this thing sharpened too, because I don't know if it can kill anything.
I just shake my head. What am I gonna do with you, boy? All right. As he begins, actually, no, he's already topped off both of those ales. Sets them down on the bar. Me and Radio are actually going to do the same thing and top off both of our ales. Do you have enough on your beer? I'm going to go refill mine right now.
No, go ahead and refill yours, and then I will make a quick run.
All right.
Happy birthday! Guess y'all didn't know, at the stroke of midnight Missouri time, CaptainRoBear celebrated his birthday. So that would be 35 minutes ago? Or, yeah, 35 minutes ago. You guys enjoying the one-shot so far? It's fun playing the dumb, pain-in-the-ass young adventurer, having actually been the young, dumb, pain-in-the-ass adventurer when we first started playing D&D almost a year ago. What's coming up? Glad you're digging the characters, Mark. It's fun to create stories and then let other people live them through. This was shit that I literally created for Hister at the very beginning of our campaign, and it's just lived in my brain and in my notes. Although when I imagined Tormund, I imagined him a little further down his adventuring. It's fun to sit actually and play the canon lore out in real time. You just never know what's going to happen, especially with phase shifting or plane shifting. But thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you being here and checking out our D&D game. Oh, damn. That is good. I really wish I could share this. It just got so much freaking hazelnut in it. A little bit of vanilla. Got that coffee. Ooh, mamacita. So what do you think? How far do you think we'll get tonight? Think we're going to get in the shit? Think we're going to do some combat? Think we're going to get in a fight here in the bar? I mean, Tormund doesn't make the best decisions. He is kind of young, and it is his first time adventuring. I just feel sorry. It is now currently Captain's birthday. So if you like to shower him in subs, give him birthday tips, birthday embers. You want to start a birthday ember train? Get it. Yes, it is plane shifting, not plane shitting. I can't believe he set the DC so high. Here's the son of a bitch, though. He made me roll with disadvantage, so I threw 2 dice. One was a 4, the other was a 17. With my +3, I would have beat his DC and made that perfectly. But dice tell another story. That right there, that's the reason I got hooked into D&D. The randomness of not knowing what that next play was going to be and having to riff off of it, because I was totally expecting him to blow through it, and he said, nope, roll with disadvantage. Oh, you son of a bitch. Or, for instance, him walking through the town and blasting a nat 1. I didn't know that. Had no idea. I figured I would at least sing something. You need the namesake dice? Dude, I always have the namesake dice. I have both of them handy at all times. But since I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of dice, actually 8 sets of dice, I don't put 2 on the board. I have a specific set of dice set aside for this character. So I'm rolling with Tormund's dice, not Hister's dice. Oh, there we go. There's the first of the birthday embers. Yeah. Thanks, logo. I think dumb Tormund's fine though. I mean, Tormund's got a heart of gold. He's pretty fucking green though at this stage.
So, I left my beer in the freezer for a bit too long.
That beer slushy.
Yeah, but it then it just froze solid.
Well, let me tell you.
So I just went for the floor beer.
Ooh. Well, the good news is you have a second beer when that next one is ready. But this Night Blue Imperial Stout, this is drinking like fucking pancake syrup.
That's beautiful.
I really wish you can have some. But I'm drinking it for your birthday, so happy fucking birthday.
Thank you guys. Appreciate the embers. I'm actually gonna go put well, we're probably actually no, I'll just crack open another floor beer when I get there.
All right.
This is how you turn 35.
Yep. Pour on the floor beers, pour on the embers. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna run to the restroom. We'll continue this. So get the happy birthday amber train going. Let's keep it whipping up.
Oh, I see what he's been doing. Thank you guys. Appreciate those. You know, there are worse things in life than room temperature beer. I'll be honest. There really are. Like, it's not the worst thing. Now, granted, this is craft beer, so it's a lot easier to do that. Room temp soda, though, room temp soda is pretty rough. It's just because it's got too much carbonation. But see, this isn't hot beer. It's like 65 degrees. Yeah, I mean, it could be a lot colder.
You know what's worse than floor beers? No beers.
No beers. True. No beers.
No beers is much worse than floor beers.
Oh my God, it's the legendary Caldwell. One of the first people to ever grace my chat. What's up, Caldwell? No. Loco, Mike. T, appreciate those embers, man. Thank you guys. Pick up where we left off inside the tavern. While we're still sitting up at the bar, I need you to roll another D6.
There you are. It's gonna be 2.
Yeah. And remember, as Tribor Trail runs east, it passes through those ruins over at Conyberry, a town that was sacked by barbarians years ago. That's right, Dan. There's a rune temple down there south of Coinberry. I'm telling you, it's where all of these locals say they've been hiding their gold. And if they weren't hiding their gold there, maybe they could pay the damn bar tabs on you. Oh, excuse me.
Tormund again bending his ear at the bar. It's gonna nudge Dirakt. Hey, I just heard through the bar that there's a if you take the Tribor Trail east, there's a town that was sacked by some barbarians. There might be some gold there, at a place called Coinberry that people are hiding their shit in.
All right, this is good to know. Keep it in your journal.
Journal, right? Journal, got it. Journal.
When it comes to adventuring, Tormund, you have to be efficient. You can't just run all willy-nilly. Because remember how out of breath you were just getting up to the top of Grandcaster. They give you running around all zigzag. You never get anything done.
To be completely transparent, I was carrying your shit, so don't start with me, all right? he's feeling a little liquid courage in him right now. He's gonna start mouthing off to the old man.
Boy, don't you talk to your uncle that way. Not after one beer. Not ever.
He's gonna turn his glass upside down. That's 2 beers. Uncle Dirakt. He's gonna pop it back down the fucking bar.
You can see for the second, you can see him kind of bow up a little bit. And there's a little bit of flame that creeps up into his eye, literal flame. But then he calms down and he gets a smile on his face. All right. I'm gonna let you have one more before we go check that job board. All right?
I like the idea of that. Sounds good. Maybe I'll pick up a little something else while we're sitting here.
Anything else? Anything you want to do inside the tavern right now?
He's gonna try and flag down the bartender for just what he's gonna try and get that extra beer like right now. And he's looking to try and catch that attention. Like, I need my glass filled, please.
Roll. I need you to roll a perception check.
Perfect. he's doing that desperate guy at the bar trying to.
Yep.
That's gonna be 14. 14.
Oh yeah, Toblin's totally in the middle of a conversation. I need you to let me know exactly what kind of hand motions you're making while he's in the middle of the conversation.
He's doing the finger wave with the like down to his empty glass, like, hey. Just he's not saying anything. He's just waving it towards Toblin, like, hey, right here, dude.
First minute goes by, still finger waving in the middle of his story.
He's gonna stop, look at Dirakt and go, how are you supposed to get another drink in this place?
For God's sake, Tormund, wait till the man finishes his story. He's not just a servant. These people are raconteurs. They're here to spin tales. These boss seats are at a premium. Let him finish his story. When he does, don't wave your hand like some sort of tourist. All you need to do is make eye contact, a head nod, and then he'll get to you.
So, this newfound confidence and direction, Tormund's gonna shoulder lean over and listen to the conversation of the story that's going on that Toblin is telling, and just kind of look over in his direction and wait.
Ooh, what should I roll for this? Give me a performance check with advantage.
Yes. Oh my God, they're both 12, so it's a 13.
13. I mean, he's still totally locked into his regulars, but when he gets done with about a 3-4 minute story, he makes eye contact with you, nods, and begins filling up 2 more ales. And like a proud fucking papa, you come back with those bad boys.
Hold my ale up and I offer a toast to Dirakt.
Your uncle knows a few things about this world.
Well, I just did what Dad told me. Listen to what Dirakt says and do what he tells you. It got us the beer, right?
That it did, boy.
So,
while you were gone, I made sure to get reacquainted with the layout of the town. Pulls out a solid looking map. been quite some time since I looked at this. But the good news is, Town Master's Hall is right down the road.
That's where the job board is, right?
That's where the job board is. We're gonna finish these ales and a little bit of this rib tip stew. When our belly's full, we're gonna go see what we can drum up.
Tormund completely forgot about the rib tip stew.
Yeah.
He was so involved with his beer and getting his third that he just left.
You left it. God damn it, boy, get that rib tip stew. I've been smelling it here for the past 15 minutes. Been sitting up there with your tallywhacker.
Tormund jumps up, looks for where those two bowls were. He runs over to the fucking serving platform to get them. Comes back.
If that rib tip chowder, and you know what? Actually, the extra time is probably the only thing that's gonna save us from burning the literal taste buds off of our fucking tongue.
Nice.
Can you? It's the different spices. You got to remember the humans. They spice their shit differently, and I love it.
It's the oregano. It's the oregano. It's what it is. It offsets the flavor, gives a subtle earthiness to it, and also offers a light herbaceous note that through the retro olfactory will actually increase the flavor of the ale you're drinking. If you go back and forth between the two of them, it is absolutely sublime.
Boy, have all you done is sit back and watch the Food Network?
I mean, come on. I like food. I like beer. I've had to steal most of it, but I mean, I've learned a lot about putting the two together. It's. You know.
Let me guess. Daddy hasn't been doing all the cooking that he says he's been doing.
No, Dad never cooks. He gets the groceries. I make the food.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Most of the time, Dad is sleeping, drunk, or bitching about something that I never really pay attention to him, honestly.
He is your father. Damn, this is good. But if we sit around here and suck snot all day inside this inn, we're never gonna get a start. Now,
as Tormund slaps down his empty glass of ale, tips up his bowl. Let's go to the job board. The pepper got stuck in my throat. Do you have ale in your glass?
you even made me cough doing that shit.
He's gonna try and reach for your glass to try and drink the ale that you have in front of you, if there's any left, to try and stop his coughing.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of his hand. I don't care if you're dying, boy. You don't ever try to take another man's ale. And I hit the fuck out of him in his back to make him, you know what old people used to do in our time.
100% stops his coughing right there.
Small owl pellet goes on the ground. It's like it's a mixture of hair, bone, and God knows what.
I'm gonna look around to see if anybody noticed that.
Jesus, boy. God damn.
Well, it's the Dragonborn indigestion. It's sometimes it doesn't always go all the way down.
It's like the size of a small Cornish game hen.
It's not that big. Don't make a big deal out of it. Nobody saw. Let's go. We got job board, right? Let's go, job board.
Quit trying to suck the marrow out of them damn chicken bones. You're gonna cut the lining of your stomach.
The marrow is the best part. You know that. And if you've ever made a soup out of it, it is goddamn delicious. Bahamut would sing songs about chicken bone marrow soup.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. All right, let's get our asses that board. It's about damn time. It's just south of this building. Goblin, that's an excellent rib tip stew. Aye, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Tormund's gonna play cool and just give him a head nod and do the same thing as he just saw Dirakt do.
As we make our way outside the inn, town's unbustled itself just a little bit. We're talking about, like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. People
Siesta
are
time.
headed siesta time. Yeah, from where you're from. people are headed back into work. We kind of mosey our way down the streets, getting a couple more breaths of fresh air, and enjoying our little stroll through the middle of town. It feels good to be back out in the field again. It's been too long, I'll be honest. It's been way too long.
Yeah, too long. Feels Tormund's gonna look around. Feels a lot like being home in Gancaster, except not giant buildings that go up to the sky.
Things are much more horizontal here, Tormund.
That's like this way, right? Not like this way?
That's right, boy.
Okay, got it. Just making sure that we are on the same page. Got you.
As we make it about 2 blocks after I'm describing basic geometry to Tormund, you see, Tormund, in this position, well, I shouldn't be, as he's making like sexual hand gestures and trying to describe triangles and tangents for you. We come up on the old town hall, and it's another 2-story building, classic like John Carpenter, like painted houses, withered fucking white, large front porch. Almost rectangular in nature, that folds out into 2 separate wings that fold into the back. And on the very, very front of this white weathered building is about a 5 foot by 5 foot job board posting. As we both meander up to the front to get our gaze on.
Tormund's kind of doing this John Wayne meandering, like, all right, I got this. He's got 3 ales in him. He's feeling good.
Go ahead and roll a 1d4.
All right. That's going to be 2.
Also 2. You can see all of these job postings have been written by hand and signed by a Harbin Wester, duly appointed town master. What was your number again?
2.
As you pull up this first piece of parchment, you begin to read it. A clan of reclusive rock gnomes reside in a small network of caves far back in the mountains to the southeast. These are the gnomes of Gnomengarde. They're known for their magical inventions. And they might have something with which to defeat. Huge problem that we have here in town. That is information that is on a need-to-know basis.
Tormund's gonna read that and just hastily snatch it off the fucking board. Dirakt, this is it right here. This is the job. This is what we need to do. They got a problem in town. We go find some gnomes. We get this thing. We solve the problem. Boom, coin in our hands.
Hold on, finish reading it. Said if you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it yourselves, they'll pay 50 gold pieces for it.
Yeah, there we go. Coin in hand. I mean, you got everything you need. I got you and an axe. We're good. All we need to do, come back, coin, boom. Dad buys the bacon.
I like where your head's at.
And it would be something he appreciates. We're not playing messenger boy. We're not babysitting someone. We're doing some real adventuring. Dad'd be proud if we did this.
Dad would be proud. Where did it say on here we have to go to Gnomengarde? I've never been to Gnomengarde. I've never met these small folk.
I'm sure if we talk to he looks on the sheet. Harbin Wester, he can tell us the direction which Gnomengarde is in, and we'll go get it from them.
Hold on here. He goes, while you were getting those ales, I got ourselves a couple of maps here. I don't think we're going to be able to find the town master on short notice here. It's already become the afternoon, and I hate to break it to you, something about city government. This is the unfortunate truth, is no one is really doing anything, Tormund, ever.
Why would he post something on the board if he wasn't going to be?
Because he wants somebody else to do everything for him. That's the nature of this world. See, Tormund, men of power rarely exercise their ability to do so. See, that's another life lesson learned here.
Hence the reason Dad is always killing and doing shit for fucking other people who have more money. Got it. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm starting to pick this up a little bit. I think I know where you're going. I know you're going with this one. Lazy fuckers. I got it. Lazy fuckers. Yeah.
On this board, it says that we need to go to a small network of caves in the southeast. And that is where we will head.
Well, I guess if the trail leads us southeast, if we happen to go too far east, we may find that old sack town with all that gold.
Maybe. We will see.
Tormund's gonna look at the job posting. Should I have torn this off the wall? Should we keep this, or do I need to put it back?
You go to put it back, and you can see there's already one right underneath it. Like there's, it's the whole point. It's a you take it, you take one, and you go.
Oh. Okay. And he's gonna crumple it and shove it into one of the pockets underneath the leather.
Oh my God!
His armor.
Totally.
Southeast then. You got the map, right?
That I do, boy. That I do.
I'm gonna roll perception. I want to see if I can see anything like a blacksmith anywhere that I might be able to get an edge sharpened on this fucking axe before we go.
Oh, you need the edge sharpened, boy. We don't have time to make it to the blacksmith yet. It probably should have been our priority when we get here, but lucky enough, your uncle has the tools to get that done. Let me show you how to field sharpen this. Now, when we get back, God damn it, we need to get this thing a full edge put back on it. And I spend the better part of 30 minutes showing you how to field sharpen this bad boy up and get it ready.
I've never seen anything like that. Thank you. Thank you. See, rubs his thumb across it and it slightly cuts one of his scales. He lets it bleed a little bit and then tucks the great axe back in his holster.
Dirakt hands you the map and a small compass. All right, boy, we're gonna see just how well you are at navigating. I need you to make a survival check.
God help us all. This is where it gets fun. All right, survival it is. And that is going to be 16.
16. 16 is strong enough to get you in the correct direction. Your DC was a 15.
Woo! Oh, thank God for that +2. Let's go.
As we head south out of Phandalin and begin what I feel like is that moment when Natty Bumpo and the rest of his adopted family and the last of the Mohicans montage run through the woods. This is what I need in my life.
Yep, 100%. That's exactly what's happening.
As we cut through the woods, inspect the scat on the ground, throw up some pine needles in a full-on montage, we begin to hear the sounds of running water as we follow a stream uphill to the base of a mountain where the waterfall erosion is carved out a natural concavity. A roaring waterfall creates this entire area. There's a cloud of mist as it plunges into a shallow pool of water, within which rises two small islands covered with 2-foot-tall red, green, and purple mushrooms. Several cave openings overlook the pool from rocky ledges 20 to 30 feet above. The mountain seems to be blocking any sunlight from reaching this place.
Tormund's gonna look at the mushrooms, gonna flex a little bit on them. These mushrooms aren't that big. Are we here? I can't tell.
This looks like a gnome's domicile. As we kind of measure up, looking down at the cave opening, it seems about 7 foot tall. Just barely enough for us to get in.
I was gonna say, I'm literally walking in with about that much to spare.
Yeah. It's like a really tight basement.
I feel like I need to duck down. This is a tight squeeze in here. Gnomes couldn't make this a little bit bigger.
It's not their necessity.
Well, their necessities, whatever we have on this piece of paper. We got to procure some magical items from these guys. Gonna look around to see if you can see anybody. Slowly letting his eyes adapt to this darker light. Look around and he's gonna look for gnomes, people, anything.
All right. So we're gonna have to climb to these cave entrances. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
All right.
I will be doing the same.
First one is going to be a 21.
Ooh. Mine's a 14.
Oh, shit.
Which is just enough.
Oh, God.
It's a DC 13. as we climb towards these, I believe we're climbing, we're climbing down into this bad boy. A narrow footpath ascends in a northeast slope, making it a little bit easier to climb as we head down. Okay, there's my visual map. Now I can see where we're at.
I keep refreshing, hoping for something.
No, because like that's the deal. I can't give you this map because we're not inside. This week I can't give you those visuals. So you're totally reliant on me.
That's all right. I'm living off the details. Let's go.
Oh, actually, you know what? I can link out a piece. Beautiful. Oh man, this will work. This will work just like I did with the other map. Hopefully. Oh. Let me do this. Oh no. Damn. Yeah, I can't pull it up.
All right, no worries. I mean, you're killing it with the description, so I mean, just move on. I got the picture in my head. I'm living on that fucking edge right now. Let's go.
All right. As we get down, we get closer to those mushrooms that are sitting within the island. You can see them. They're 2 foot tall. They come up past your knee. Glowing iridescent colors. Now, Tormund, be very careful of those mushrooms. We don't know what they do.
What do you mean? Unless I eat it, mushrooms don't do anything, do they?
Any mushroom that has one of those colors definitely does something.
Tormund's gonna pull himself a little bit closer, just to make sure that he doesn't accidentally touch anything.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw just to make sure you don't brush up against one of them.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
We're able to navigate around these as we kind of take in their bioluminescence for what they are. As we sit in the base of this pool and kind of look, there are 5 different entrances. There are 2 on our right, 3 on our left as we face that waterfall.
Tormund is going to use his nose and see if he can smell food coming from one of those.
Go ahead and roll a investigation check with advantage since you're honing in on your preferred terrain, which is the kitchen.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Goddamn on fire. That is going to be 19.
Amazing.
Thank you for that. The other one was a 4, by the way.
Amazing. All right. So you're actually going to be taking in the smells strong from the left side. And it's actually the doorway that is closest to us.
Uncle Dirakt, this door right here. As he points to that close door to his left, there's food coming out of this door right here. And I got a feeling that's where we need to go.
All right. I'll trust your nose on this one, boy. If you say that's the kitchen, it's probably a good place to start.
Oh, smelling what they're cooking. It couldn't be the worst. Oh. What are these people again?
Gnomes! We're in Gnomengarde here.
Oh, these gnomes. They know how to use mint. This smells amazing.
The things you can do with that nose, boy. If you just learn to apply yourself past the kitchen, there's no telling what you can accomplish.
Is that nutmeg too? It's amazing. We're going down. Come on, follow me. We're going down this way. Tormund's gonna take a bold lead.
All right. As we begin to enter in that small doorway, we push the wooden door open, and it is a tight passage, man. As we go in here, I hope you're not claustrophobic.
Tight places have never really bothered me.
That's good. That's good, boy.
He's still following his nose. He's trying to hunt down the source of why he smells nutmeg and mint and savory flavors all together.
As we push forward into the first room, you can see long tables. It's almost like a hobbit hole, just laid out, just a full-on dining room that seems to be getting prepped at the moment. It's completely actually empty. There's no food laid out yet. You can see just the table placings are there inside this room. Dimly lit by more of those bioluminescent mushrooms up in the candle holders.
Look, Uncle Dirakt, they're using the mushrooms for lights.
Ingenious.
That's amazing. Just kind of soaks it in for a second and looks, and then since the hall is empty and there's no food there and there's no people around.
And you can see there's a opening for the next room inside this domicile. You push forward. And as you push forward, you begin to hear the sounds of a kitchen. As you hear 5 different gnomes clamoring inside this kitchen, preparing all sorts of meals. As your nose has not betrayed you.
Ah, this is what I've smelled. Who's created this? Who's made this mint nutmeg? Is that roast lamb?
You can look over and you can see one female gnome is using a poker to stoke the fire of a hot iron stove standing against the east wall. You can see another male gnome using a complicated press-like contraption to squeeze the oil out of a big red mushroom. And the oil filters out into 4 casks or flasks. You can see another female standing atop a low table using a mechanical rolling pin contraption to knead green bread dough. The severed caps of several big green mushrooms are set around her. You can see another male forming the dough into loaves of green bread, his tongue sticking out as he carefully shapes each loaf like a master sculptor. One last female teeters on a stool as she stuffs a big purple mushroom into a barrel. As you can smell, it's definitely fermenting. Something inside that is turning that mushroom into wine.
Oh. Oh, yes. Tormund, instantly, he feels more at home here in the kitchen than he has at any point since he's left his home. Instantly, smelling the fermented wine out of mushroom, he moves over to the guy who's Michael Jordaning his green bread, compliments him on the shapes he's making and how exquisite they look and how well formed they are.
Oh, a dragonborn. as it just kind of stares up and looks at you while it's been kneading its bread.
Tormund looks down and goes, "Keep kneading it. You're gonna lose firmness if you don't stop."
Oh, just goes back to going to town.
He's going for the female gnome at the fire who's poking away.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to tap her on the shoulder and go, "Excuse me, are you the one who's in charge here?"
She turns around and she has a little bit of a chef's hat on and a full white apron and crosses her arms. That's right. My name is Joybell. And this is my kitchen, Dragonborn. And I'd like to know what you're doing in it.
Many apologies, Joybell. I was literally drawn to your kitchen by the smell of that mint and nutmeg. Whatever you're cooking smells amazing. That's not what brought me here. I actually came here on a quest. I'm trying to find a certain magical item, but the food that you're creating here has drawn me and my uncle Dirakt into your kitchen. I have to know what are you making?
You can be treated to all of this if you go speak to Fibblestib and Dabbledog. Maybe you'll actually be able to complete the task they put up on the board. And if you do, you can come right back here and I'll fill your plate up. And then you'll know exactly what we're cooking.
You've never seen a fat boy get giddy like what you just seen Tormund do after hearing that he can fill his plate with all the wonderful smells he's smelling right now, literally almost clapping with joy as he just partially jumps onto the balls of his feet and tries to contain himself because he's being an adventurer right now. Thank you, Joybell. Where do I find Fibblestib and Dabbledob?
Well, you can find them. She points over in the entire opposite direction. They're over in the workshop inside the complex, far from the kitchen. You need to head back out where you came from, in and out and around. She does one of these and gives you the most out and about around instructions. I need you to roll just an intelligence check. I want to see how much you keep.
Oh God, no. Is it bad that I don't have intelligence listed on my skills?
Yes.
There it is. It's +1. I'm just fucking with you. It's a 13.
And that will take you to where the workshop is. You got a good basic idea of where you need to go.
Tormund is going to nod slightly blankly, about face, grab Dirakt, turn him around, and we're going to start marching in the direction that he thinks he knows where he's going.
As we exit back out from the door that we came in, are you sure you know where you're going?
Yeah, she told me to. She told me to go over here and go out and then back around. We got to go through this door to the workshop, which is on the other side.
All right. As we go back out and re-enter one of the two doors on the side, we walk in and we can see a floor on the cave that is just strewn with the remnants of old campfires. 4 side caves serve as sleeping areas, with 5 small wooden cots crammed into each one. 8 different rock gnomes are soundly sleeping inside this room.
shit. Uncle Dirakt, I don't think we found the workshop. I might have screwed those directions up a little bit.
That's not necessarily true. Maybe we just need to go a little far forward. Just here. Go ahead. Let's not waking these gnomes up now. Go ahead and he begins to stealthily go. Nat 20. Let's fucking go.
Fucking Dirakt moving like a ninja.
And there's only one extra opening that goes. So there's a direct hallway here. Let's see those nat 20s in the chat.
Get them in there.
All right now. What do you roll on stealth?
Oh, that is going to be a question now, isn't it? Oh, shit. I mean, that's 19.
As we sneak past the sleeping gnomes, we can begin to hear hammering and twisting and gadgets. You hear that? You hear that? That's a workshop.
That is the workshop.
That's a workshop. See?
So I got it right.
Don't always give up first. Remember that, Tormund. Sometimes you gotta just keep heading down the way.
Got it. Okay, got it.
As we enter in towards that workshop, we can see there's two gnomes, a male and a female, short in stature, both with red hair, freckles, overalls, complete workman's outfit, as they seem to be working on some sort of contraption. It almost looks like a cannon as they're hammering, clamoring away, spinning little gadgets and doodags. I need you to roll a perception check as you first enter in.
15.
And I think what we need to do is just make a straight jacket. It needs to be a straight. Whoa. Well, we. Dabbledob, we have a visitor. We have multiple visitors. Dragonborns, what bring you to Gnomengarde?
Dabbledob and Fibblestib.
My name is Fibblestib, and this is Dabbledob. Hello.
Thank you. He kind of pauses for a second, forgetting who he is because he's kind of on a quest now. I'm Tormund Faust. This is Dirakt, and we're here to answer. As he's gonna fumble into his armor and try and pull out the handwritten note that they pulled off the board. He pulls it out and uncrumbles it. I'm here to we're here to answer your ad for help.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad someone else has finally decided to show up.
There's other people looking to help.
No, we've had this job posting for quite some time.
Well then, please let us assist you.
As he spins around his chair and gets off of this mechanical ray that he's been working on, and comes over and turns the chair around AC Slater style, and sits down before you. Kind of has a total mid part that comes down just to about ear and kind of flakes out. Total Mad Magazine style. You see, we have a two-part problem. Our king is, well, one of our kings is currently held against his will. We have two ruling kings in Gnomengarde. Nurgle and Korbas. Korbas has recently lost his mind. He's keeping Nurgle as his prisoner. We don't seem to know what exactly is wrong with Korbas. But he has locked his king and his husband in the chamber with him. And he won't leave. He won't even accept food. We can't keep going on without our leadership. We need to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Well,
how long have they been without food? Both of them.
Day and a half now. We wish no harm befell to either king. But we understand that Korbas has lost his mind.
He might have lost his mind, but why? Tormund's going to give a sly eye over to Dirakt, like he's making a point. Like there's something more going on here.
Dirakt just shakes his head. I'll be truthful. I'll be truthful. We've had two of our own go mysteriously missing in the last 10 days. We don't know their whereabouts. And that's when Korbas started to go mad.
Day and a half with no food. Two people have gone. Anybody looking to possibly benefit from both your kings disappearing at the same time?
We're simple folk here. Not many visitors come out this way. I can't imagine who would want anything from us.
Surely there's got to be somebody out there who's, if the leadership shuffles up just a little bit, will benefit from it.
I'm just an inventor. I couldn't imagine to entertain those kinds of theories in your head. I just know that we're willing to reward someone who fixes this madness of our king. We will deliver magical devices per the notice.
All right. Where can we find your kings who are holding up in a space right now?
If you were able to get their attention, they're not much further down. Past the workshop, you'll go 10 feet down the hallway and make a right. It will lead up to their chamber doors. But you said they've been locked in there. If you're able to get in, you'll be doing much better than us.
Tormund leans back, sacks up his belly, looks over to the direction he was pointing, and goes, "That way, right?"
Shakes his head.
Dirakt, let's go see what these kings have got. He's gonna saunter off down that hallway.
We will find out what is wrong with your kings. Best be deciding exactly what magical rewards you're going to procure for us. And he looks at both of them. I have spoken. And he begins to monitor back behind Tormund.
Nice.
Benefits that max charisma stat.
There you go. Max that shit out.
I'm totally using I have spoken on every single person that's not my own family.
Well, why not? I gotta run into the restroom. Be right back.
Okay, perfect. Small mini break as I clear my throat for the 19th time. Oh, Night Sin. You have to catch the rest of the hour here later. Oh, I'm excited to go on these adventures, man. This is gonna make me happy. More D&D in our lives, man. What am I gonna do for... What am I going to do for my birthday? This, and then wake up, go to work, and probably stream some Destiny tomorrow night, probably.
Come back in chapter 2 of Tormund episode 1.
That's the great thing, by the way. Me and Radio can just turn this on whenever we want to. So I totally plan on playing weekly with this, and we can turn it like literally. Hey, do you want to play some more? Sure, we just turn it on.
Oh, you have no idea how much fun I'm having being like this little fucking tooly kid, which is it's kind of like a personification of how I feel in general when I play D&D with you. Except now it's like, you know.
Beautiful.
Like, oh, what do you mean? I need to roll a perception check if I want to see if there's a snake about to bite me in the ass.
Dude, this adventure is so legit. They did a really good job with like laying this out. It even feels like the Mandalorian a bit, where it's like, oh look, there's just these little missions. We just go on all these little missions.
I love it.
So you make your way to the throne room door. Wooden in nature, seems to be barricaded. You've checked. What would you like to do?
Knock. Hello? I'm looking for Nirko Korobos. Is anyone in there?
I'm here, and you'd be best to hide. There is a demon on the loose. There is a demon.
What kind of demon are you looking for?
There's a shape changer among our midst. No one is allowed to leave their domicile until this shape changer is found.
I take it that's the voice of King Korobos?
Yes, this is Korobos.
There's a shapeshifter out here, huh?
And you'd be best to leave before it gets you.
No, we're not gonna do that, King Korobos. You might not know this, but I'm a dragonborn, and I'm here to make shit happen. And right now, it's to get you out of this room with Nirko in one piece, because I know you guys have gone a day and a half or so without any food. I'm worried about your guys' constitutional fortitude. I want to make sure you guys are well sustained. If you don't get some food soon, it's going to be a problem. I know myself and my uncle here are not shapeshifters, and I know the cook you have is absolutely not a shapeshifter. She is one of the best culinary minds I have met in 2 planes. No kidding, 2 planes. Like I stepped over 2 planes. I'm in my 2nd plane of the day right now, and I'm telling you, she's legit. I want to make sure you guys are both okay, because that depends on a lot of what my mission is right now. Everybody in there, all right?
Yes. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Oh, shit. God damn it. So I rolled a nat 20, but my persuasion is -1.
No, nat 20s are nat 20s.
Nat 20s are nat 20s?
Yeah, nat 1s and nat 20s go across the board.
All right, well, there you go. It's nat 20.
You hear the door open. As the door opens, you can see 2 small gnomes, each wearing a jagged metal crown and patchwork cloak. You can see the Nurgle sitting in the chair, and it appears that he has been glued to that chair, as he has no restraints on him. And you can see, it seems that his lips are also held shut at the moment. Just heavy breathing at first from Korbaz. I can't have him running about becoming victim to shape changer. He just won't listen to me. It can come out of anywhere. I love him too much to lose him. Just such frivolous ignorance. I don't mean him any harm. It's for his own good. It's for his own good. I need you to find the shape changer. I will reward you handsomely if you find him. Whatever it is, they, them, when I saw it, and he comes up and looks up to you kind of like waist high. He came out of the rug with razor sharp teeth. He almost ate me. And he pulls up, and you can see the large gashes in his leg. They didn't want to believe me. They didn't want to believe me, Dragonborn. You see this? You see this? It almost got my leg. I had to drag myself back out of the throne room. Everyone here is acting like everything is fine. Nothing is fine. We have a shape changer among our midst, Dragonborn. And I can't stand to go through this any longer. I will die in this room with my king before I go out there and let it eat us.
All right. Listen, King Korbaz. First of all, it's cool that you guys are in here. Glad you're safe. Keeping Nirko all right. I need to get you some food. Can Nirko eat? I see his mouth isn't saying a lot. Can he eat food right now? Because that's important.
I will not put the salvant on Nirko until you bring me that shapeshifter.
All right. What room did you see him in? So that I can go hunt him down. Because I want you guys to come out safe, right? Right? Direct? We want them to come out safe, right?
That's the plan. We're going to take care of whatever shape changer you have on your midst. What did it look like when it changed its shape, Gnome King? All I saw was the teeth and its wicked tongue. It wrapped around my ankle. It almost pulled me in. Boy. Remember what me and my father have taught you. You remember the books as we've gone through the bestiaries. Think. Use your head. I need you to roll a history check.
It's gonna be a 9.
You can't think of anything that this could be, boy.
Not off the top of my head right now. No, I don't remember from anything that I've read to this point that would be able to do this.
Think about shape changers. What changes shape, Tormund? Look at the size of these gnome folk. Take an instance, they could swallow these things almost whole. Something that can assume the shape of others. I want you to roll another history check.
Much better. This one's going to be an 18.
And you slowly begin to think. In your mind, you go, ooh. About these gnomes, little over 2 foot tall, fit in the shape of a trunk. Maybe you have a mimic.
Uncle Dirakt. What's the quickest way to ferret out a mimic?
Good boy. It's what I was thinking we might have our hands on. Well, mimic's like an easy meal. If we have a mimic, that's certainly what it's doing. We'll need to bait it.
I know just the culinary genius to find us something to put together.
Turns and looks and nods his head your way. All right. King Korbas, you have our word. We will bring you back this mimic. You need to give us your word that you'll release your King Nurka and also provide us the reward that is in this contract, and no less. I will do anything to restore normality in the Gnomengarde. So it is spoken. We will bring you your mimic. Tormund, let us go rid this place of our monster.
Let's do it. And he's going to lean over to the door and speak to Korbas. So you know it's us next time we come around. The safe word is pineapple. Pineapple. Remember that. Safe word is pineapple.
I will remember. See, Hurley grabs the door and is just waiting to shut and lock this thing the minute that we step out. So we make our way out, and that door slams behind us shut. At first, I was inclined to believe that he was nuttier than a squirrel turd, Tormund. I think he's telling the truth.
Well, obviously, the gashes on his leg, proof that he wasn't crazy. Something went after him.
Now,
He's just protecting the love of his life. Now we gotta go get it.
that's not necessarily true, Tormund. We didn't do a thorough inspection. He could have inflicted those own wounds by his hand. We're making the assumption. And because the assumption is easier for us to get paid and go on our way. He might actually be batshit crazy, but that is not our task here. We want to do good, but remember, always do good within the confines of that contract.
Confines, contract, good. Got it. Let's go to the kitchen.
As we sneak back past the sleeping gnomes, tiptoeing our way back out into the main waterfall area, past the mushrooms, back through the dining room, and into the kitchen. You can see them almost at the tail's end of getting this meal prepped from where they're at.
Joy Bell, where are you at?
Hi, I'm over here.
Joy Bell, you need to listen to me. Trust me on this. I need you to put the best dinner you've ever made in your entire life out on that table and let no one in. Trust me. You need to put the most amazing food anyone has ever tasted on that table and keep everyone out. This is for the protection of your kings.
It's just, why would I do that?
Because it's gonna be bait.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, shit. 6.
I'm not wasting any meal on some crazy hairbit scheme.
I'm not asking you to waste any meal. I'm asking you to waste the best meal you've ever had for your kings. Because if you don't, they might both die.
Sitting it out inside this room while they're locked up over in that cabin isn't going to do them any good.
No, but whatever is after them.
Oh, now he's got you believing that something's around here running around, eating and nipping at people. I don't believe it 1 minute.
If I'm wrong, everybody can eat a cold dinner. You can blame me. But if I'm right, your kings will live. If not, they're gonna die. I'll tell you right now, Gorbas doesn't want to open that door. You'd rather die inside that door with him and Nirko. I'd rather than not. Give me this chance, please. You have an amazing culinary palate. I know you can put together the best meal you've ever put together. Put it on that table. Please, I'm begging you at this point. I need your help.
Roll another persuasion check with disadvantage.
Fuck. Shit, it's 13. Fucking 19 wasted on that son of a bitch.
I don't believe any of this, and I don't believe I'm going to waste all the cooking I've spent in here to leave out for some king that's not going to grieve his room and for some monster that you think is running around here. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. I put my hand on Tormund's shoulder. Tormund, I need you to think real hard here. Now, I want to see exactly how this would play out at first. But I want you to really think. Exactly, if this is what we think it is, what would it really want? Roll another history check.
$22.
22. Now, Tormund, if you were a mimic, the best meal they could prepare in the kitchen, no doubt you would go for. Whatever this creature is, loves the smell of gnome. We don't need her finest meal. Not one bit. Ma'am, I'd like to know where you've been keeping your garbage. What do you want with... You would just be happy to take your hands off of it? Make one step easier for you in the kitchen to prepare your meals and be on with your way for the trouble that we've caused. I'm gonna roll a persuasion check. Public roll that bad boy.
Oh shit! We are doing piss poor and trying to convince her of this bullshit.
Let me see here. I got a good number, but I don't got that good a number. 8. It's an 8. She's gonna stand there with both of her hands crossed. And just kind of glare back at us. We can take care of ourselves here. We're not going to need anything from you. And I would appreciate if you left us be. Put my hands up. Tormund, it was a good idea. Let's leave these gnome folk to the preparation of their dinner.
No, Dirakt. Hold on. I put my nose to the air, and I'm going to try and smell the most putrid source and where it's coming from.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Gonna be a 19.
19.
18 plus 1, 18 plus 1, 18 plus 1.
As you smell, there's only one thing in this room that smells stronger than the trash itself. And it's that giant red mushroom cap that's in top of the barrel that's over there and that's been fermenting.
Damn it. Thought I might be able to smell out the garbage. All I can smell is this fermented mushroom. Is there someone standing by the barrel right now?
Yeah, there is one person that was, it's over by the barrel.
Tormund's gonna walk over by the barrel, look down, smell it, hold back a little bit. He's gonna ask the person standing next to it, kind of holding back his...
This is a purple mushroom, by the way. It's a purple mushroom.
Purple mushroom?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look down at the barrel, look at the gnome standing next to it and go, So, what do you do with the purple mushrooms when they're done?
Well, after you're done, I just kind of throw them back out on the mushroom pile, man.
Where's the mushroom pile?
Out front, you walk past it, man. Yeah, they're on the bottom there, you know, circle of life, man. You put them back into the soil, come back up strong shrooms, man.
Got it. Thanks, dude. Oh, got it. Just gonna quickly walk away from the barrel. Uncle Dirakt.
Oh,
Maybe we should go check the mushroom pile. Maybe, I mean, oh, sorry. That's the strongest smelling thing
I
I could think of.
It's pretty awful. As we make our way back out of the kitchen, back out near the main entrance where the waterfall is at, and there's that small island of mushrooms in the middle. Make an investigation check.
+1. It's gonna be 17.
You look down, you can see the remains of these mushrooms rotting back down into the soil, creating compost. See there, Tormund. What we just need the stalk. Make it look like a leg. We can stuff that into a boot.
Oh my God, that's atrocious smelling. Okay. I'll go down and get a stock. This is adventuring, huh? Great idea, Dad. Appreciate that. Thanks. All right. I'm gonna climb down there and get one of those mushrooms.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to pull this mushroom stalk out.
15.
You're able to just get a hand in and remove that stalk as you pull it out. Oh, it is gnarly. Oh, make a Constitution saving throw as you pull this thing out.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking fail this. Constitution. Well, I mean, it's a 13. I might vomit a little bit.
A little bit in your mouth, but you're able to hold overall composure. Oh, that thing smells. Ugh. If that doesn't draw the mimic out, I don't know what will. Come, Tormund. We have a long day of ourselves.
Okay, Uncle Dirakt, let's set the bait. It's terrible.
All right. I need you to roll a 1d6.
5.
I was about to say, as we enter a montage of going cave room to cave room, trying to chuck this mushroom stalk that we stuffed into a small, extra busted out shoe from one of our adventurers packs. It's not a montage. I rolled a 5 as well. The very first room that we try out, we go into a small room inside the caves where there are nothing but barrels lined of that wine. We head straight towards the cellar first. As we line and set up by the door, we chuck that small stock into the middle of the room. It takes minutes before we begin to see one of those barrels begin to unfold itself.
I have a map!
As that barrel begins to unfold, we can see it turn into a toothy maw. As its long tongue begins to extend out. And we begin to see it take shape into a full-blown mimic. I need you to roll for initiative as it begins to turn.
Let's go! First battle of the night. Oh, maybe not that initiative, though. Damn it. I'm at 11. And that's with the help of a +2. Oh, good God. He's terrifying.
True that. All right, got that all fixed up. Remember, boy, remember what I told you. All right, 11 for you on the initiative.
Yes, sir. That's where the medic rolls a nat 20.
God, I hope not. These early levels are disgusting. In true fashion, I got a -1, so that's going to give me an 8. Oh, we got lucky. All right, it's actually going third. It's 6.
Oh my God. Thank you, baby Jesus.
And actually, it's probably accurate because it's going after that bait. I forgot, I should have had a roll for disadvantage. All right. Tormund, it is your turn.
Doggy. All right. Tormund is half excited, half scared to shit at this point. He hasn't quite shit his armor yet. But I mean, at this point, he's seen his quarry. He grabs his axe and he's gonna go into a fucking fit of rage.
Describe Tormund's first rage.
He grabs his axe and grabs it with both hands, and while he's shaking, that shaking turns into a tremor. And as the tremor creases through his whole body, you can see his eyes light up in this golden flame as he starts to almost swell up even bigger than he is, to the point of where it doesn't look like fat anymore. It looks like nothing but just rippled muscle down each arm and across his chest. You can see these bulging, awkward Tyson pecs through his fucking leather armor all the way down to what looks like, is that his 18 pack he's rocking?
18 pack.
And he is going to go swing ham with his great axe at this mimic.
All right, baby.
Here we go. And that first one is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Let's go. That will be damage-wise. Plus 3. That's going to be 14. 14 points slashing damage.
Nice. All right, describe that first axe shot as you drop it down.
Our first axe shot, confident, nervous, just slashing through the front, almost trying to aim at breaking teeth and cutting off that tongue that's lashing out at that bait. Just clobbering it into the front of the mimic. Almost, it's amateurish but effective as it just cuts down across its face and leaves this bloody gash that starts to just ooze onto the floor.
Here's my mimic noise.
Perfect mimic noise.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm not going to frenzy. I'm gonna hold everything from here. I'm in rage right now. I'm good.
Missing that second attack, aren't you?
I'm totally missing that second attack right now. It feels so weird not to take a second swing at something.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's just Nightstone.
God, yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to cast. I'm going to bonus action and extend my hand out and begin to carve a symbol up into the air. As I trace it, it makes a small emblem of a bird as it appears to flake out of ash. And as it flies forward, it implants itself on the front of that mimic and seems to burn into it. As you can see, this emblem of a black phoenix with fire around it as it burns into it, as that mimic snarls. It has been hex marked.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take my other hand. I'm gonna begin to bend what looks like the vision around it. It's almost like a hot stove. As you can see this black beam with fire traces around as I slam an Eldritch Blast into the side of that mimic. Haven't got to play with a warlock in so long.
Wow, you're fucking killing it.
13 plus 6, yeah, 19. That bad boy's gonna hit. Let's go. 1d10.
Get it?
6 damage on the first. Oh yeah, I got 2 of these bad boys. And I'm gonna slam a second one into the side of it. Next one is 22. Just 1 point, damn it. So I'm gonna do a total of 7.
Not bad.
And then I'm going to move over here up against this wall. Remember what we prepared you for, Tormund. It's going to come for you. Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Yeah, that mimic is totally gonna jump for you with its bite attack. No doubt in its mind. Nat 20. Oh my God.
All right, really? You're gonna crit on me now? That's all right. I got resistance.
Oh my god.
Total it up and let me swing it at half.
It's 19. You're gonna take 19 points of piercing damage, and then you're also going to take. This is really bad. This is really bad at this level. You're gonna take 11 points of acid damage.
All right, so that's 19 points, but that's half because
that's
I have
half,
resistance.
Because your resistance.
Yep. So there's that, and then damage. Do I have resistance to acid?
No, I don't believe you do.
So I'm gonna take all 11 points. I'm gonna take all 11 points of that.
What's your breath weapon?
I'm fire.
You're fire. Okay. Yep.
I'm just making sure that my rage doesn't give me extra to that. Nope. All right, I'm taking all 11 on that. Okay, got it. Whew, that sucked. That was a shitty first hit. Fuck you, Mimic.
Shit got real.
Real quick.
Good news. I have resistance to acid.
Oh, good. Next time you can take the fucking hit.
Top of the order, Tormund.
Tormund has just felt his first swing of, oh fucking God, what just happened to me? But undeterred and still in a fucking rage is going to go at him again with his fucking axe because there's only one way out of this and he knows. He's got to kill that fucking mimic. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Good God. Here we go. All right. That is going to do 12 points of slashing damage.
12 points of slashing damage. You got it. All right. You started to put some visible wear and tear onto that mimic, but it is still very much upright, seething, teeth out, as you put two massive gashes into either side of it. You can smell just when it opens its mouth the rotting flesh. There's no doubt in your mind that this thing is feasted on two of the gnomes.
You've eaten your last gnome, man. Now, me and Dirakt are gonna kill you.
All right. My turn. I am going to use, as my bonus action, I'm going to extend a hand out. And you're going to see that same emblem of the phoenix as I draw it into the air again, is that piece of black ash that folds into a bird. White, radiant heat flows over and it drifts on your skin to where your wounds are. And you see them begin to bubble up over cauterize and begin to heal. You do feel the pain, however, when it happens. It's not an there's definitely a trade-off with this healing. I'm going to use 4 of them on you. That is 4, 7, 13 points of healing.
I need them all.
And you know what? I think I'm gonna roll one more on that. Give yourself another 5. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just drain all of them.
Stop.
Oh, you're fine.
Stop. Hold it right there.
All right. Gotcha. I'll save one.
It's a good idea.
Boom. And I have more healing than just that. That's just my class feature.
That's perfect.
And then I'm gonna use I'm gonna drop another Elder Blast at it. A 6. That's gonna be real close. Plus 6, 12. That just hits.
Yo, boy.
All right. 2 more of these bad boys. Ooh, that's a 10 on one. 16. All right. It's looking hella rough. There's a blast into either side of it. This time, part of its tongue gets blasted off. A couple of the teeth get knocked out. It's gonna make another lunge back over at you, Tormund.
Go! Bring it!
All right. Oh, that's a 4.
Miss.
Yeah, that's not gonna make it. That's just a total of 9. As it jumps forward and you dodge out of the way, it just eats shit, biting down into the dirt. Tormund, it is your turn.
Tormund feeling better now that he's got a little healing and he watched that mimic bite the dust in front of him. Here he goes. Once again, swinging his great axe into the face of this big monster that's in front of him. Which is going to be 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Let's go. Tormund. That's going to be another 11 points worth of damage.
DTD, baby!
Yes, let's go! Tormund's first kill! Let's fucking go!
Go ahead, describe Tormund's first kill.
And Tormund, all beefy and bulgy, after that mimic bites the fucking dirt in front of him. With that dodge, he counters and swings back around with his axe, literally cleaving the head off of it, splitting it into 2, just opening the box up on him so that he's laying there, splayed out, just oozing disgusting blood all over. He kind of kicks it with his foot and goes, Dirakt, which half should we bring back to the king and get our fucking reward? and then after he says that, he's gonna hold up his left hand, one that has been scarred. He goes, "Hey, what do you think of this now, huh? Get some battle wounds? Yeah."
You're lucky that mimic didn't take your head off, Tormund, when you first went in. Let it be a reminder not to be so cocksure. But I am proud of you. You showed him the way.
Thanks. Feels good. First, well, I mean, not first kill. I mean, it's a kill, right? It's just it's my first kill.
Now it's time to harvest the beast. Roll a survival check.
This should be good. Where's my survival? +2. Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Leave no beast to waste. We might be able to put these parts to market. All right. There's one particular gland on the mimic that might be of some use to us. We're going to be able to salvage, mark down 8 mimic teeth and 1 long tendon from the tongue.
Got it.
All right. There's a DC 19 on its changing gland. Let's see if you can get it.
Survival on that?
Yep.
Fuck. All right. Come on, Tormund dice. Don't fail me now. Oh, fuck no. Dude, I butchered that 6 ways from Sunday. It is unrecognizable with a nat 1.
Well, good news is, Tormund, I'm not gonna tell your girlfriend. Go ahead, tie that thing up.
He's sitting there with this shit in his hand going, what do you mean? I mean, what do you mean? What was this supposed to do? Dirakt, what was this supposed to do?
I have spoken.
God damn it. Well, I would be cursed. He ties up what parts he has and throws them in a sack. What parts do we take back to the king? What are you thinking? You want to take
Everything else that we haven't taken. Let's drag him up.
You want to at least carry your pack so that I can drag this?
Bring it all, boy. So glad we're finally putting that piss and vinegar to use.
He grabs the fucking back of the jaw from the mimic. He drops his fucking rage, and you can see the pudginess, the muscles give way to the pudginess again as he starts to just drag this fucking mimic carcass behind him along with these 2 packs and then his axe sticking out of his back rucksack.
It takes us about another 10-15 minutes to drag this hunk of shit in. As we do, we begin to wake up the different gnomes and the parts of Gnomengarde as they stare out and see us dragging this beast back into the throne room. It's nothing but just wide eyes and just shock. As we make our way up to the front of the throne room door, What? Who's there? Who goes there?
Corbas, pineapple.
Yes, pineapple. Yes, pineapple. Oh. Opens the door. You've slain the beast.
Yeah, I got some cool scars too. What do you think? Show him the burn marks on his arms.
I am truly thankful. What you've done for me. He immediately runs and gets the solvent and starts dousing King Nurgle. I'm so sorry, Nurgle. I'm so sorry. This begins unfast him. And as he slowly begins to remove himself from the chair and he's able to pull his lips apart. Corbaz, were you seriously going to leave me here with no food? How long were we gonna play this game before we ate? It's fine. I understand how you react in stress.
What I miss? Son of a bitch. Goddamn battery pack. All I heard was, were you seriously going to leave me cut out? It's like when you walk into the best part of a movie and you don't know it's the best part of a movie. Son of a bitch.
It sounded like you were pulling snacks out, so I just got to role play me looking at you disappointed.
I mean, it's fitting for the story. I mean, all this shit's going on and fucking Tormund's thinking about that fucking whatever it was in the kitchen.
Boy. Well, let me be the first to say thank you for getting the glue off of my lips and arms. Korbaz, you mean right, but you overreacted. Look at this. This is gonna leave a rash. It's fine. Just get these gentlemen their payment. They deserve it. And we need to start arranging funerals for the ones that were lost. Thank you. I don't know how long you would have kept me to that chair. I was going to do whatever it took, King.
Well, considering it's been almost 2 days since both of you had food, I know the chef is a little bit of a pain in the ass. She's really good. And I know she just fixed dinner. So you might want to go get some of that. And just tell us where we can pick up our reward, please.
Here, and you see Nurgle go over to one of the wardrobe cabinets and open it up and pull out a rather fine looking velvet crimson hat and also a wand. And as he tucks them behind his back, now Korbaz, you need to go and fetch me food now. Just like you heard, if they have the dining room prepared, you need to go and find out. I'll take care of these gentlemen. Fine. I'll be right back.
He means well. I think you're right. He overreacted a little bit. I mean, he really loves you. He's protecting you, but I mean,
a little.
Damn.
I need to send him because we haven't used these in forever, and he'll hoard them if he sees me giving them to you. Take these. You're in the current possession of a hat of wizardry and a wand of pyrotechnics. It's the least we can do. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully this will help with our next quest. I appreciate everything that you've bestowed on us, and I'm glad we could help.
We're glad to help.
Yeah. Thank you for helping. Thank you for letting us kill your mimic.
If Gnomengarde ever needs another task, feel free to post it in Phandalin. We'll reach out.
And Tormund and Dirakt will be on it. You enjoy your dinner. You deserve it. Make him give you a massage or something. I think that's at least for sitting in that chair for a day and a half. That's appropriate.
Tormund, come.
All right. Let's go. Thank you.
We have spoken.
Why do you always end everything with that? We have spoken.
I want to give an air of authority. It's always worked for me.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you. It definitely works, but
remember,
all right, whatever. I mean, it's cool. I may use that at some point. We have spoken. Is that how you do it? We have spoken.
We have spoken. Yes. You draw it out. It makes you seem like some air of authority. Remember, when you get older, people just take for granted that you have some sort of supernatural respect for everything. You'll understand these things as you get older. And someday you'll have to wake up and take a piss, Tormund, no matter what you do.
Whatever, old man. Come on, let's go back to town. Let's turn this shit in. Let's see if we can't find what's going on. Because this note was still pretty cryptic, and he's looking at his armor for where that pocket was. There was some shit in there that we haven't known yet. So I'm kind of getting a taste of this whole adventuring thing, and I want to see where else this rabbit hole leads.
Well, we'll get there. Let's get back into town, as we'll get a good old classic camera pan out as we begin to pull ourselves out of the cave with our first haul, heading back to Phandalin. That's where we'll cut off this session.
Oh my god. I had no intention of Tormund going like full Men in Black Will Smith, but it just fucking happened.
So good, dude. You played the kids so good. Oh man, I loved it, man. When you were losing your shit at the very end, it was perfect. Oh man, you did such a good job, man.
Oh, dude, this character is so fun to play, and I love the fact that I get to be this fucking D&D noob while you're escorting me through it as the elder. It's so apropos.
Oh my god, it's fantastic. I'm excited to get to do this whenever we want.
Yeah, dude, this becomes the greatest pickup campaign of all time. It's Thursday night. I'm bored. Destiny's done. What do you want to do? I don't know. Let's pick up a 4-hour campaign of fucking Tormund's Quest.
Pretty much. Look forward to this on Thursdays for quite some time.
Can you handle 3 days in a row of D&D?
I think they can.
Oh my god!
I got
Thank
an
you guys.
arcane recovery to use sometime too. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you got an arcane recovery. I've got a second wind in my back pocket.
Got critted on first shot on the mimic. What a great time! Like, oh shit, this is for real.
Yep. Well, welcome to battle, Tormund. Welcome to battle.
Dude, we covered a lot of ground too, man. I am proud of us.
Dude, this was a blast. I can't believe it's as late as it is. It honestly doesn't feel like it should be where it is right now, but I can totally get it. It was I can't wait to watch this episode again and kind of redigest everything that happened because it was so fast.
Oh, dude.
And by the way, happy fucking birthday, dude. Come on.
Couldn't celebrate it any other way with my boys.
No. Did I lose him?
No, you're fine. Remember, it's just little connection blips.
Woo, my heart.
Oh, man. Loved it, dude. Every minute of it. We're going to go right into replay of this bad boy here in a second.
Put it in the queue.
Much love, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back next Thursday with this campaign and all of the Saved by the Spell folks. We'll be back next week. Love y'all.